The Usmnt has been absent from the World Cup stage for about 8 years now, and in this November, literally just a month away, the Usmnt returns to the big stage of the World Cup, and with their new, not so favorite kits, jerseys, whatever you want to call them. But I think now is the perfect opportunity to rank every World Cup jersey that the Usmnt had in every single World Cup they participated in. Now, that's what we're going to do here in this video. Rank them in a tier list kind of ranking format. I'm not going to do any the Where's Waldo one. The ones that we did not wear in a World Cup will not be ranked. But the ones we did wear in World Cup, what you'll see in a little bit, those are the ones I chose to rank. And this goes back all the way to the 1930s. So there's going to be some really old classics there. And I'm excited to do this. And if you guys are liking the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more Usmnt content and World Cup content coming up later this next month, bruh. Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. We're here at my little custom-made tier list here. Nice, beautiful World Cup layout on the back, courtesy of Google.com. All right, so here we go. Are all the jerseys on the left-hand side right here? I try to put them in numerical order from the years of the World Cup, oldest to newest. So we'll start at the back, the first year, early years of the Usmnt World Cup age. And we know what occurred to me is that the Usmnt has been so far gone from World Cup stage that our current crest or badge, which you see right here, is actually not ever been on a World Cup jersey. Like, we haven't seen that in a World Cup. The last time we played a World Cup, we had that old crest, and I'm a fan of the new crest, just a heads up. But that's just a little fun fact I didn't think about or realize until I was making this video. Before we go ahead and play this little game, I'm going to explain the tier list quick. Obviously, the bottom's ugly, means it's ugly. Decent means it's okay. It's not ugly. I don't love it. It's just okay. I love it means, personally, one of my favorites. And USA God tier is a classic, a beautiful, amazing kit that is staple in history of Usmnt jerseys forever. So with that out of the way, let's play our little game here. Let's start off with the first World Cup USA played. I don't know if it was the first one ever, but it was 1930 World Cup in Uruguay. And I think back then they didn't really have too many away kit. I think it was just like one kit or one jersey, whatever the hell you want to call it. But this one to me, the first one, first Usmnt World Cup back in the day. It's a God tier. Already we have our first God tier because why? First of all, look at this thing. That beautiful nice crest in the middle, the center of the chest. It's just a cliche long sleeve shirt, V-neck. Back then it had V-necks. It's crazy. But I liked it. I think it's classic. It's a staple of Usmnt history. Our first World Cup jersey. It has to be USA God tier. Okay? You like that? Good. Me too. Next one is the 1934 World Cup, which is in Italy. Still back in the day, early 30s. So it's still kind of the same layout. To me, it does look like an Italy shirt, but it looks okay. I like it. The crest in the middle, not much has changed from the first one, except really the color of the shirt. So still same style. I'm going to go just that. I just love it. I don't think it's God tier. I think I just love it, personally. Okay? It's better than what we have nowadays, and we'll get to that in a second. Next up is the let me check my facts real quick. The 1950 Brazil one. This one, to me, does not look like a Usmnt jersey, maybe because it was back in the day, but this is the 50s now. So to me, when I see this, I think of automatically, especially as a Peruvian, I think of Peru. Their jerseys, their home kits are always white with a red sash. That's like the historical version of a Peruvian jersey. It's classic in Peru history. The Peru soccer national team. I also think of River Plate as well. You can do that too. But to me, I like it. I don't love it. I love it, but I don't love it for a USA jersey. Like, to me, it doesn't look like a USA jersey at all. If there was no USA crest on there, I would have guessed it was Peru or some kind of other old jersey, but not USA. So with all that being said, I have to put that in decent. Let's jump now to 1990s, 40 years later from this last World Cup. Here we go. We finally have our first collab, home and away. Let's look at that home jersey real quick. This is, again, this one does not look like a Usmnt jersey. If there was no Usmnt crest in the middle there, or that far left, I would not have picked it as a USA jersey. At least put some kind of red somewhere in the design. You need a red, white, and blue for the USA, Like, this looks like a Honduras or Guatemalan jersey. To me, I think we have our first ever ugly jerseys, World Cup jerseys. So I gotta put these guys down here. I mean, come on, guys, look at this thing. It's typical '90s fashion, which is not always bad, but this one is, and it does not look like a USMNT jersey whatsoever. So no bueno. Oh baby, now it's gonna get fun. Here we go. 1994, hosted in the USA itself, so you know we had to have some freaking bangers, okay? And look at these things. We'll get to this beautiful thing in a second, but look at this one. This is amazing. Look at this. I would wear that shit now. If anybody has either of these two jerseys for sale, hit your boy up because I would really love one of these vintage classic jerseys. This is beautiful. There's no crest. It just says USA, which I actually like. I think it looks really cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that squiggly line. Oh my, it's beautiful. I love it. I don't think it's a staple God tier one, but I love it, and I'm sure many of you guys also love it. But this should not be this beautiful. On paper, this sounds ugly, okay? But when you see it like that in the flat, like look at that. It's beautiful. It's corny almost, but it's beautiful. I know some people hate this jersey, but your boy, I freaking love it. And this is such a staple in USMNT jersey history that I have to put this thing in God tier. Again, if somebody has this, let me know. Size medium for your boy. This is God tier. That's my favorite jersey of all time. So I need one of those. Let's head back to Europe for the 1998 World Cup, which was in France. And we have here these beautiful, well, not so beautiful, I guess you could say. Again, sorry for the image qualities, but I couldn't find some of these jerseys without looking like someone was selling it. And this is exactly what it looks like. But these two, to me, I think they're ugly. You know, this home one right here, this white one, reminds me of our current USMNT jersey for this year's World Cup. And everyone knows, you know, that's not it. Nobody likes it. Hardly anyone likes it, I should say. Not everybody hates it, but a lot of people don't like it. And for good reason, because this also is not that cool. Okay, especially after these two bangers we just had in '94. We're going to pull up in this thing in 98. No, thank you. I'm going to put these two at, and this red one, they just look boring, like lazy. Like they like use all the creativity design on the last two jerseys, you know, the Star One 94 World Cups jerseys. And then now they're like, yeah, we're out of ideas. Let's just do some red and white shit right here. Like, damn. And here we are in a 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup. This is the World Cup that I see this home jersey right here. It reminds me of Landon Donovan at a young age with hair. I just see a lot of classic players, Brian McBride, wearing these things. And I think, to me, I would say it's historical, but I'm not sure if a lot of people would agree with that. So I just have to go with just they're decent. I think they're not that nice, but they're not that ugly. You know what I mean? Like, they're not ugly enough to be in an ugly category, but they're also not nice enough for me to love them. 4 years later, 2006 World Cup in Germany. I think from what my understanding is, this is our first time having a third kit in a World Cup stage. First one, this home kit. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Look at that. It's simple, it's sleek, but also not too simple where it looks like a training jersey or like boring. It's nice. Got the nice Nike symbol right there. I like those two blue and red lines vertically going down with the old USA crest placed perfectly right in the middle. I think it looks phenomenal. I myself love this one. I definitely got to put that in the love category because your boy loves it. This away one is a different story. This one's ugly. If you don't have a number in the jersey, it looks like a plain break in this rectangle. It looks weird. It looks really off. The color is not that appealing. So for me, I think it's just decent. It's not ugly. It's just decent. This one though, this was also decent. I mean, this is okay. I get what they're going for with that size, looking cool, but and that collar's, I mean, maybe it's just like an extra large size right here. This looks a little too much from your boy. I gotta put that in decent. It's not hideous, but it's not beautiful. On to the 2010 World Cup. This is the World Cup for me that I got into the USMNT as a whole, like as a team, a national team, and more into MLS. I was into like other soccer before, but this is the World Cup where really I was rooting for the USA. I was like, oh shit, you know what? I should go for the USA. I live here. Like, this is my country. I got to root for them. And it really, changed my perspective on how I see soccer in general. But I love these two ones. I think they're nice and sleek. Reminds me of Josie Altidore playing against Ghana. Getting knocked out by Ghana. But it reminds me of good time. Algeria, the win against Algeria. I think this was They're good. I love them. All right, baby. Where's that Julian Green? Where's that John Brooks header against Ghana? Where's that Clint Dempsey goal against Ghana? Here we go. Tim Howard saving a bunch of goals against Belgium because we're back now at the 2014 World Cup. And by the way, if you're wondering how the 2014 World Cup went for the USA, I did make a video and I'll leave it down in the description. I would really love you guys to check it out. That is me, in my opinion, my favorite video I've ever made on this channel. I worked so hard on it, so I hope you guys check it out and let me know how you feel about it. But this one, 2014, I like it. It's not ugly. It's not God tier, but to me, these two are beloved by a lot of USMNT fans. I see a lot of them still in the stands wearing them. This one right here was my first USMNT jersey I ever had, so it does hold a nice place in my heart as that I love it. Last and definitely least is our current 2022 World Cup jersey for Qatar this year. 8 years away from World Cup, and we pull up with this stuff. The first time, like I said earlier, we're gonna wear this specific crest at a World Cup stage, and it's just disappointing that we got to come back with this. You know, this training jersey and this coronavirus looking jersey inspired. They're ugly. I don't like it, and then they're not hideous like these other bottom ugly ones are, but they're not the ones they're not the jerseys I wished we had wearing at such an important World Cup where we're actually back. Like, we actually have good talent. We're actually back at the World Cup. We shouldn't be coming back with jerseys like this. So for those reasons, I'm out. So there you have it, guys. That is my ranking for all of our USMNT World Cup jerseys. Which one was your favorite and which one was your least favorite? And also, if anyone has that star blue one that I put in God tier, let me know because I really want one of those. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Peace.